Wild invasive sheep and goats in the United States you can hunt. Yep, they're native in other countries, but they're here in the US. Thank you for one of my subscribers for the suggestion. It may surprise you that there are many invasive animals and mammals that have been released in the United States. Specifically, have created huntable populations now here, and they're actually very rare in their native countries. So today I'm only going to cover sheep and goats, so I want to talk about the differences in both of those. So most sheep don't have horns, but male sheep that do have large horns, they curl back. Okay, so goats, both sexes, usually have horns. They're usually shorter, pointed upward typically. Tails, typically sheep tails hang down, while goat tails are usually short and pointed up. The upper lip, sheep have a divided upper lip with a groove in the middle, while goats do not. Beards, now goats, goats have beards, but sheep do not. So those are your major differences on those. So first up, we have Barbary sheep, otherwise known as aoudæd. They're ʻAʊdæds they're native to North Africa and parts of West Africa. They're very rare in North Africa, and it's been introduced to North America and even parts of Southern Europe. And it's also known as a Barbary sheep. Stands about 75 to 110 centimeters, or 2.2 feet 6 inches to 3.3 feet 7 inches at the shoulder, with a length of about 1.5 meters, or about 5 feet long. Weighs anywhere from 30 to 145 kilograms. So that's a huge discrepancy, 66 to up to 320 pounds. 1924, they were released in Southern California. ʻAʊdæd were released in the wild in New Mexico in 1950, and in 1957, ʻAʊdæd were released in wild Texas. There were 31 released in Armstrong County. California had a very small managed population. Nevada has a very small managed population, a very few select areas. Oklahoma also has small and managed areas, so some of the places you can go and hunt those if you want. Himalayan tahr, spelled T-A-H-R. It's a large, even-toed ungulate, native to the Himalayas. It sounds like the name, Himalayan tahr. Southern Tibet, northern India, Bhutan, Nepal. It's also listed as near threatened around the world. Average male is around 73 kgs, so that's about 161 pounds. Females average much smaller, around 36 kilograms, about 79 pounds. In New Mexico, there's only one wildlife management area, Water Canyon, which allows hunting for non-game species. They're not considered a game species. Himalayan tahr, large ungulate. It's like wild goat. And if they are outside Water Canyon, you're welcome to shoot them if you want. They have been escaped from, there was a native group, a native Indian group that had actually, or Native American group, excuse me, that had established a hunting preserve for them, and then some of them have released. Apparently they're pretty hard to see. I think they call them the ghosts of the mountains. All right, up next we got an ibex. So these are ibex. They're from the Caucasus and Zagros mountains, and they can get between 60 to 110 pounds. Also called the Persian ibex. It's in New Mexico and Texas, the only place in the Western Hemisphere that you can hunt a purebred, free-ranging Persian ibex. And then you can get a guide that can take you out in Texas as well. So I appreciate the comments and the requests for these things. Please let me know what you'd like to hear next.